Rhythm of seasons. The four main seasons of India are the winter or cold weather season, the summer or hot weather season, the rainy season or southwest monsoon season, and the retreating monsoon season. So at first I will explain about the winter season or cold weather season. This particular season extends from mid-November to March over Indian subcontinent. January is the coldest month because the lowest temperature is recorded during the month of January. The temperature remain sufficiently low in northern India because we can understand the northern half of our country is landlocked. It is surrounded by other countries from all sides. Often there are unusual interval of usually cold weather known as cold waves. And often we experience cold waves, that is a interval of 1 week or 2 week when temperature get very low. Okay, and we experience bitterly cold wind. The average daily temperature remain below 21 degrees centigrade, and during the winter month the average temperature that is recorded every day remain below 21 degree centigrade. In peninsular India, as we move towards the south, temperature increase from 22 to 25 degrees centigrade, and in southern part of India, which is a peninsula surrounded by water bodies from three sides: Arabian Sea in the west, Bay of Bengal in the east, and Indian Ocean in the south, there is moderate climatic condition. Okay, for that reason, even during winter season, the temperature does not get very low. It fluctuates between 22 to 25 degree centigrade, and the maximum temperature, that is 25 degree centigrade, is recorded in the southernmost point of India. But in comparison to South India, as I said, North India is landlocked. For that, over there extreme type of climate is experienced, that is summer are very hot and winters are very cold. Now during winter season, major part of our country remain dry, but occasional rainfall happens in southeastern coast of India, that is Coromandel coast. Okay, retreating monsoon causes rainfall in the southeastern coast of India. Okay, this monsoon is actually known as northeast monsoon that pick up moisture from Bay of Bengal and shed it in the form of rainfall in southeastern coast. In the northwestern part of the country, rainfall is caused by western disturbances, and in the northwestern part, that is in the state of Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Delhi, part of Uttar Pradesh, rainfall is caused by western disturbance, which is actually a low pressure depression that develop in the adjoining areas of Mediterranean region. Okay, so from there it come to our country by crossing Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan and Pakistan, and this rainfall, western disturbance, is not very severe like the northeast monsoon rainfall, and this rainfall is suitable for the cultivation of rabi crop like wheat in the state of Punjab, Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh. Summer season or hot weather season. This season starts in April and continues up to June. During this season, the sun's rays fall vertically over the Tropic of Cancer because sun has migrated from equator towards the northern hemisphere. Okay, in northern part of India, temperature may be as high as 41 to 42 degrees centigrade by middle of May. In northwestern part of our country, temperature may be as high as 45 to 47 degrees centigrade. Now, the northern part of India experience quite high temperature. Why? First of all, Tropic of Cancer getting vertical ray of the sun, and secondly, the northern part of our country is surrounded by land from all sides. It is landlocked. That I have said while teaching the winter season or cold weather season. Now, because of high temperature, a strong hot wind blow in northern and northwestern part of India known as Loo. And during this season, a heat wave is experienced in the northern and northwestern part of India, in the state of Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan. This heat wave is known as Loo. In southern part of India, temperature varies from 26 to 30 degrees centigrade due to close proximity to the sea. In the southern part of India, temperature is comparatively less than the northern part, because the southern part of India, that is peninsular India, is surrounded by water body from three sides: Arabian Sea in the west, Bay of Bengal in the east, and Indian Ocean in the south. And because of this, the southern part of India have moderate climatic condition, whereas northern part have extreme climatic condition. During summer season, major part of our country receive convectional rainfall. Locally formed storms and thunderstorms bring rainfall in different part of India. In northern India, the rainfall varies from 50 to 14 centimeter. And during this particular season, the main cause of rainfall is the main type of rainfall is convectional rainfall. Convectional rainfall is caused due to heating of the earth surface. Okay, there is locally formed storms and thunderstorms, and amount of rainfall varies from 50 to 14 centimeter in different parts of North India, that is foothill of Himalayas, okay, the North Indian plain, all this part. Now, some famous local storms that are seen during summer season are mango shower in Kerala and coastal part of Karnataka. Okay, now this shower is called mango shower because it helps in ripening of mango. Blossom shower in Kerala. Okay, this particular shower is called blossom shower because it helps in ripening of coffee. And Kal Boishakhi in West Bengal and Assam. Kal Boishakhi is the name of a destructive storm accompanied with thunder, lightning and heavy torrential rainfall. This Kal Boishakhi caused heavy loss of life and property every year in West Bengal and Assam. In Assam, another name of Kal Boishakhi is Bardoi Chera. The rainy season or southwest monsoon season. This is the third season that is coming after the winter season and summer season. This season starts in June and continue till middle of September. Okay, so this is the duration of rainy season or southwest monsoon season. During this season, rainfall is caused by active southwest monsoon wind in major part of India. The rainfall onset suddenly known as monsoon burst. And during this particular rainy season, rainfall is mainly caused in most part of India by active monsoon wind that is blowing from southwest to northeast direction. And the rainfall start all of a sudden. For that reason, this phenomena is known as monsoon burst. High heat, high humidity means high percentage of moisture content in the air, extensive clouding means large area covered under cloud, several spells of moderate to heavy rainfalls means there are several intervals when there is rainfall. Sometimes it is heavy, sometimes it is moderate, and that interval is usually of duration sometimes 2 to 3 days, sometimes 7 to 10 days, sometimes even 2 weeks. Strong surface winds are the important characteristics of this season, and besides there is also strong surface wind. Okay, that means there is movement of high velocity wind along the surface of the earth. However, a significant drop of temperature is noticed in various parts of India. The temperature fall by 3 to 6 degrees centigrade from month of May to the month of June. But there is a drop in the temperature. If we compare the temperature of summer season with the monsoon season, there is a drop in the temperature that is around 3 to 6 degrees centigrade. Now, the southwest monsoon wind has two branches. The two branch or current of southwest monsoon wind are Arabian Sea current and Bay of Bengal current. Okay, these are two branches of southwest monsoon wind. The Arabian Sea current or branch is much more powerful than Bay of Bengal current or branch, and Arabian Sea branch of southwest monsoon wind is more powerful than Bay of Bengal branch of monsoon wind. Okay, the Arabian Sea is larger than Bay of Bengal. The entire Arabian Sea current enter India, whereas only a part of Bay of Bengal current enter India. Remaining current goes to Malaysia, Myanmar and Thailand. Okay, so these are the two reasons for which Arabian Sea current or branch is much more powerful than Bay of Bengal branch or current. Okay, now often there are dry spell for 2 or more weeks as southwest monsoon wind fails to bring rainfall. This particular period is known as break in monsoon. So during monsoon season, often there are dry intervals that may last for 1 week, 2 weeks or sometimes more than 2 weeks. Okay, that dry interval is known as break in monsoon. Okay, now the main cause of break is dislocation of monsoon trough. And what is the main cause of break in monsoon? That is dislocation of monsoon trough, which is a low pressure system developed over North Indian plain. Okay, and that low pressure system attract the monsoon wind that blow from sea to land, carry moisture and cause rainfall. When the monsoon trough get dislocated, then there is no more attraction of moisture bearing monsoon wind, and so there is no rainfall. Regular map branches of southwest monsoon winds are shown. Now there are two branches of southwest monsoon wind. One is Arabian Sea branch, another one is Bay of Bengal branch. Now this subdivision of branches are because of the shape of peninsular India. As you can see over here, it is triangular in shape and projecting into the Indian Ocean. Okay, for that reason the southwest monsoon wind get bifurcated into two branches. Now each branches are further subdivided into different current. Okay, like the Arabian Sea branch, okay, which contribute 65% to the monsoon rainfall. This Arabian Sea branch, you can look over here, it is moving perpendicular to Western Ghat mountain range. Okay, so this is the first current of Arabian Sea branch, and as this first current is moving perpendicular to Western Ghat, it get obstructed by the Western Ghat mountain range, and therefore it causes very heavy rainfall in the west coast. Okay, after causing heavy rainfall in the west coast, when this first current cross the Western Ghat mountain range and enter the interior part of the Deccan plateau, it hardly have any moisture and it causes very little rainfall or no rainfall. For that reason, this interior part is known as rain shadow area. Okay, the part of Arabian Sea branch also enter the Narmada Valley and Tapi Valley that lies in between the Vindhya and Satpura mountain range. Okay, now over here there is no interruption, therefore it hardly cause any kind of rainfall. Then comes the third current. Okay, this is the third current of Arabian Sea branch which move parallel to Aravalli mountain range. Therefore, it hardly cause any kind of rainfall in the area that lies under the state of Rajasthan. Okay, part of Haryana and Punjab. So this particular third current of Arabian Sea branch, when it reaches near the Himalayas mountain range, that is the foothills of Himalaya, it get interrupted by the Himalaya mountain range and cause rainfall over there. Okay, now the Bay of Bengal branch of southwest monsoon, this particular monsoon wind, it moves parallel to the east coast. You can see over here it is moving parallel to east coast. Therefore, east coast hardly get any kind of rainfall. Okay, even though rainfall is there, it is very small in amount. Okay, and the Bay of Bengal branch contribute very little to monsoon rainfall, only 35%. So this wind is going parallel to eastern coast and striking over here the Myanmar coast. Okay, and from here it get diverted to east to west direction. Okay, now near the coastal area of Bangladesh and West Bengal, this Bay of Bengal branch gets subdivided into two parts. Okay, one part enter the northeast India, and over here you can see three parallel, three side to side mountain ranges known as Garo Khasi Jayantia. So Garo Khasi Jayantia. So over here, this particular Bay of Bengal branch of southwest monsoon causes very heavy rainfall. Okay, and this is the first current. This is the first current of Bay of Bengal branch. Okay, that causes rainfall over here in the northeastern part, and it causes very heavy rainfall because the obstruction by these three mountain ranges, that is Garo Khasi and Jayantia, causes sudden rise of the monsoon wind, and it causes very heavy rainfall, especially in Mawsynram and Cherrapunji. Okay, and another part of Bay of Bengal branch, it get diverted from east to west direction. Okay, and therefore it causes rainfall along the North Indian plain. Okay, and this diversion in east to west direction is because of the Himalaya mountain range that is present over here. Okay, when the wind reach the Himalaya, it get diverted in east to west direction. And one more thing I want to say, I have already said this in my previous lecture when explaining about the monsoon season. Okay, you can see that during monsoon season there is low pressure condition over the land and there is high pressure condition over the water body. For that reason, the monsoon wind move from sea towards land, because wind always move from high pressure zone towards the low pressure zone. After monsoon season comes the season of retreating monsoon. This season extends from the month of October to November. During this season, monsoon trough become weak and is replaced by high pressure. Thus, monsoon begins to retreat. Retreat of monsoon is a gradual phenomena, unlike the arrival of monsoon. So, during the season of retreating monsoon, what happened? The low pressure system that exists over the Indian subcontinent, it gets replaced by a high pressure system, because the Indian subcontinent does not get the direct radiation of sun. For that reason, now the monsoon start retreating. That means there is gradual withdrawal of monsoon from Indian subcontinent. In place of the sea to land movement of southwest monsoon wind, now there is movement of northeast monsoon wind from land to sea, that is in opposite direction. This is a period of transition from hot rainy season to cold winter season, and this particular season is a season of change. Okay, from hot rainy season to cold dry season. During rainy season, the temperature is high. For that, it is called over here hot rainy season. Okay, and during winter season, it is quite obvious temperature will be less. Further, it is called cold winter season. Now, what are the important characteristic features of the season of retreating monsoon? It is marked by clear sky, moist ground and a high temperature, giving birth to October heat. These are the important characteristic features of the season of retreating monsoon. The daytime temperature at the initial stage varies from 33 to 37 degrees centigrade, but later it starts to decrease. Night are cool with temperature varying from 20 to 25 degrees centigrade. So, due to clear sky, at the time of day, the temperature is quite high. But at the time of night, there is fall in the temperature. This is also the characteristic features of the retreating monsoon season. The low pressure trough, that means the low pressure system that I have said that exists over the North Indian plain, over Indian subcontinent during the monsoon season, shift towards south over Bay of Bengal, that give rise to cyclonic depression. And when this low pressure trough it moves over Bay of Bengal, then it gives rise to cyclonic depression. This cyclonic depression causes havoc on the eastern coast, especially Orissa, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, with very strong storms and rain. And because of this cyclonic depression, what happened? There is severe storm in the coastal part of Andhra Pradesh, Orissa and Tamil Nadu. Often West Bengal also get rainfall and experience storm due to this cyclonic depression that form over Bay of Bengal. Now, besides cyclone, the northeast monsoon wind pick up moisture from Bay of Bengal and causes rainfall in the coastal part of Tamil Nadu. Small amount of rainfall is also caused by northeast or retreating monsoon at Kerala. And beside the cyclonic depression, rainfall is also caused by northeast monsoon wind. Basically, northeast monsoon wind move from land to sea. But when they are moving from Indian subcontinent towards Bay of Bengal, they pick up moisture from the Bay of Bengal, from the surface of the sea, and shed it in the form of rainfall over the coastal part of Tamil Nadu. And also in some part of Kerala there is little rainfall.